I didn't even know I was pregnant until like I was 4 months. So essentially, we met on Hinge. He matched with me. We met that same night. So how I got pregnant is, when you connect with somebody, you with them. We were together like nonstop for 2 weeks. I end up finding out, like hot and heavy.
Well, girl, I'm not sleeping with nobody I only know for 2 weeks though.
Especially you have kids, you have to be able to afford you and your kids. So I feel like 100K is reasonable, very reasonable.
Call the cops. A whooping is about to take place. But you made $100,000 a year. Are you crazy as hell? All right, we got yet another great Kendra episode. All right, it's a little bit long, but trust me, guys, you're going to love it. All right. Now, sometimes when I click over these videos, I'm like, damn it, we got Kendra G today. But then sometimes I'm like, oh, snap, we got Kendra Samuels. And y'all already know I bang with Kendra Samuels. And for today, we got some Kendra Samuels. Now, the young lady who we're about to review here is oh so crazy. And let me just say this at the top of the hour, okay? Ladies, if you got bad coochie management, all right, you're allowing dudes up into your box when you barely know them, living in your crib, around your kids, everything that happens after that is your damn fault. This woman has 3 kids, 2 baby fathers, and you will not believe her damn story, as well as her lack of accountability. Y'all are the gatekeepers of the insides of y'all box, and y'all need to start handling it responsibly if you do not want these results. But if you're giving that cho-cha up recklessly, then you'll get reckless results. All right, let's go through this one. Let's be entertained and let's try to pick up the solutions or the lessons within it. Let's get active without further ado.
Okay, like you looking for love. Those tattoos?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. How many tattoos do you have?
Too many.
7. Are those all butterflies?
No.
Download the Kendra G Singles dating app now. Available on iPhones and Android phones.
You guys let me know if I should download this dating app and give it a first spin, a first crack. Y'all let me know, all right? And record it and put it up on here for content.
No. Well, this is like a collage.
Okay.
Butterfly, Hello Kitty, my child's name, and I'm a Gemini.
Hello,
Okay.
Kitty.
Right. So is your name Ashley? Mm-hmm. All right. How old are you?
I'm 31.
31, well, and what you do? You'll be 31?
Mm-hmm.
She looks
30, 31. So you're 30 right now. Mm-hmm. And what is you a Gemini or a Taurus?
Older. Gemini.
You're a Gemini. Okay, so you're 30, Gemini. Her birthday. Well, you 2 months away, girl. We still in April.
Right, but it's the year.
I feel you. My birthday's in 3 weeks, I think. 3 weeks. Okay. Ashley, right. 30, Gemini. You said you have a kid. You have 1 kid?
I have 3 boys.
3 boys. How old are your 3 boys?
9, 8, and 2. Well, he'll be 3 in September.
Say again?
He'll be 3 in September.
9, 8, 2. All by the same man?
No, I have 2 baby fathers.
Okay. Girl, just tell me the age in this moment.
Oh, 2, 7, and 9.
Okay.
Okay, got you.
All right, 31 years old. She don't look that age. You could tell that she's a little bit beaten down by life. And also, too, she obviously don't make too good of decisions, judging by the Hello Kitty tattoo, and already utilized womb 3 times with 2 baby fathers and is up on a damn dating show, okay? It gets worse.
Hey, daddies, you ever been married?
No.
Why you not with the 2-year-old dad?
Good question, Miss Samuels.
Because he's very toxic. He lied and manipulated me to even get me. He lied about everything, including his name. So I just, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Pay attention.
How long did you date him before you found everything out?
He kind of got mad and like blurted everything out. Like we got in an argument. But
she asked you how long?
This was like back in 2022. So
before you got pregnant.
I got her.
So
gotcha.
Basically, he lied, which is fair.
Okay,
Hold on. He lied, which okay. He manipulated you, okay. You ain't know his name, okay. But you found it all out before you got pregnant.
You still open up them guts.
No, I didn't even know I was pregnant until like I was 4 months. So essentially, we met on Hinge. He matched with me. We met that same night. So how I got pregnant is, when you connect with somebody, you with them. We were together like nonstop for 2 weeks. I end up finding out, like hot and heavy.
Well, girl, I'm not sleeping with nobody I only know for 2 weeks though.
I mean, I was, my mindset was, it's just like when you connect with a person, like you feel like you know them like longer.
That's your
And
mindset?
like I said, like we were together for 2 weeks straight. So it was just like, you know.
So do you take responsibility for your part? Because that was too fast.
Sure. I played it back in my mind. Like prior to me meeting him, me and my baby daddy, to my first 2 kids, were like in like a complicated spot. Like he was messing with somebody else I didn't know. I thought we were trying to work it out. So when I played it back, I'm like, oh, he was a rebound. So I wasn't emotionally stable per se. And then, like I said, after, you know, we were still kind of complicated. And then after connecting with somebody like so strongly and so fast, I was like, oh, okay. Kind of like went with the flow. That was a bad mistake because, like I said, I want to say a month after that, he lied about his name, his age, how many kids he had, like everything.
What if you could copy the exact system that I use to generate between $50,000 and $100,000 a month purely from posting commentary content online? My life right now consists of no boss, no commute, no alarm, and I work when I want. And I've spent the past 8 years building this framework out from scratch. And 1 million subscribers later, over 400 million lifetime views, and I've never once talked about exactly how I do it. Until now. Now, my system is called Viral to Value, and it's the step-by-step blueprint that I personally use every single day to turn viral moments into real, life-changing income in any niche. If you're ready to stop guessing and start building something that is actually yours, click the link below and let's get to work. Okay, let's replay it for everybody who wasn't paying attention. You met him on Hinge. That night he started to crack. Not only that, but then he stayed over for 2 weeks for a non-stop cracking convention. Where were the kids at? Don't tell me the kids was over in the other room listening to mommy scream unabashedly. Tell me that at least the kids was at school throughout the day, throughout your crack fest. You didn't confirm his name. You didn't confirm his job. You barely knew the guy, and he's able to go up inside you, raw daddy, touching the back of that cervix to the extent of seminal fluid hitting that cervix and initiating the process of childbirth. This is bad coochie management 101. You gave a stranger full access. He could be a felon. He could be a scammer. He could be out on the run on Hinge, hopping from couch to couch to couch. You don't know none of that, but you gave away them insides, baby love. It's the wrong decision to make. This is why there's so many damn baby mamas out there. Bad coochie management. And the craziest issue is that my tax-paying dollars goes to fund this bullshit. Get it together.
Well, girl, of course he did. You ain't know that man.
But no, that's the thing. But here's the thing. I never had a person lie about their name.
I mean, that's a
profile. It was like it was just weird. I never encountered someone who lied about, like, if I ask you what is your name, like I don't expect you to give me a whole completely different name.
Okay.
If I ask you when you were born, I don't expect you to give me a whole completely different birthday. If I ask you how many kids you have, I don't expect you to say 1, you have 6. So I don't know. It was just weird to me. I never.
Okay, so don't cut me off in this moment. But you ain't know him. That's the whole point.
Exactly.
You got intimate with a man who you didn't take enough time to get to know in any way. So at the end, don't cut me off, because you keep trying to cut me off. 2 weeks, girlfriend. You don't know nothing about nobody in 2 weeks, child. Like what does Steve Harvey say? It takes 90 days on the job before they give you health care. So you just gotta, I'm not defending him in no way because he lied. But what I'm saying is you moved too fast to, like, because you're telling me in 4 months of knowing him, you got pregnant?
Less than 4 months.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if he would have, because here's the thing, like when I get to know someone, because that's essentially when you get to meet someone, you ask questions to get to know them. I don't expect the person to lie about everything I ask you, number one. And number two, if he would have told me he has 6 kids, he would have been friend zoned right away.
And that's why he ain't tell you, and that's why you got to take responsibility. Hold on. Ain't nobody, he lied because he didn't want you to know everything because he knew you would be out. But that's why we got to take self-accountability and vet longer, because at the end of the day, you know, it's going to be on you, right? So it's like, I'm not
I
defending
take
his.
accountability for my actions. Like I said, I wasn't in the like mental space. I was just, I just found out my baby daddy had tried to put me in a triangle. So like like I said, the reason why I was like so hot and heavy is because this is the first person. Me and my baby daddy have been together ever since 2017.
They will make
so this is the first
excuses
person
for
I actually
everything.
had a strong connection with prior to him. So, I thought it was gonna go somewhere. And like I said, when we met that same night, we matched and we was together for like 3 weeks. That's how I got pregnant. But
Exactly. She got pregnant in the first 3 weeks from a stranger. It wasn't even 4 months. She found out that she was pregnant in month 4. She will always deflect from the truth. She will always try to make up excuses. She will never be held accountable if it's up to her. I'm not saying that him lying is right, but what I am saying is that it's okay to trust yet verify. But you didn't verify. You allowed deep inside. And let's say that he told the truth about everything. You still let him into your body in week 1, raw. You didn't even run the STD test. But let's go.
yeah, so it was just, it was
But
just
Ashley, let me jump in. You didn't have a strong connection because it was a lie. I'm trying to get you. You had strong chemistry. You had strong,
Correct.
What is it called? Lust. You had strong excitement.
Correct.
But we have to rewrite these words, because when you say stuff, I had strong chemistry. No, you don't know nobody in 2 weeks. Okay. It's all fantasy land, and hot and heavy. He might've been attractive, and that's fair, but long-term stuff to really build with somebody, you ain't learning that in 2 weeks.
And then on top of that, I was 26 when I met him. So this is not like me now. This is like I said, a while ago. And again, I wasn't emotionally ready for anything, to be honest. Like, me looking back, you're right, 100%. I'm not defending anything. That's why right now I'm abstinence. Like, I'm not even, I'm a whole different, I'm, finna be 31.
I thought she was going to say, I'm a hoe. Which, if you look at her actions, which would be accurate as well. But
like, I'm not like this. My mindset now, it's not like, and then again, that was the first time ever in my life I had a person lie about everything. So that was kind of like a new kind of like, and then the only reason why I found out is when he got mad and disclosed everything. He was in a whole relationship. So it's just like, it was a lot going on. I take myself accountable, but yeah, that's yeah.
Okay.
Come on,
Let me
Kendra.
I'm listening to you. I gotta just change the YouTube show start time, because I can tell we about to be with Ashley for a second, child. Ashley, okay. So that's over.
Mm-hmm,
that's over. You mentioned you're abstinent. You're abstinent until marriage or relationship?
Marriage. No.
Marriage. So now you're abstinent to marriage.
Mm-hmm.
How long you been How long you been abstinent for?
2 months.
Now it is. I started February of last year, so about like a month and some change. I mean, a year and some change.
A year and some change.
Mm-hmm. It's April, gonna be May.
So the price is higher now.
Yeah.
Listen, I respect your choice, and I feel like, but you going from one extreme to the next. So now you went from, hold on, Ashley, don't cut me off. I'm gonna let you talk.
Sorry.
We're gonna, you can respond after. It's your life, so you can stand in it, but it's gonna be definitely 2 weeks. Hot and heavy, all of that is way too fast. Now the new requirement is wedding, and then some men might say you have 3 kids, including a 2-year-old, and I have to agree to be stepfather to these children without having sex with you until the wedding night. So I think they're both extremes, but it's your world. Are you dead set? Are you dead set unless you're a wife, you're not having sex again?
Absolutely. I found, I always had God, but I like a year, like when you go through life, right? And it's like everything is like happening at once, and it's like, woe is me. But it's just like also like you're living in sin, right? So it's like, how could you blame anything but yourself? So you got to reevaluate yourself, look at yourself, and then like, I believe in God. Once I strengthen my relationship with God, it's like I'm following everything in the Bible. I stopped smoking. I barely drank, but I don't drink anymore. It's just like, I stopped doing a lot of stuff. So the person I'm looking for is a God-fearing man, number one, who's on the same path as me. I'm not looking for anything else, period. Because that's how you get situationships. I feel.
Hey, listen, baby girl, I appreciate your newfound walk with God after living a sinful life. But good luck with that new requirement of being celibate while you are 3x womb used and 2 different baby fathers. For your choices shall remain tattooed on your life record. We call that the Hofax. While it is probably too late for her, let this serve as a warning to any young lady that is out there living La Vida Loca. By the way, shout out to Kendra Samuels for holding her to a degree of accountability.
I don't agree with situationships. So you don't got like listen, I think, I do get women that have the no sex to marriage rule, and it's your life. So I just know, like I told you, you're gonna be everywhere. So that's definitely gonna be a discussion of you being celibate to your wedding night. But let's continue. What do you do for a living, Ashley?
I work for the state. I'm in Georgia, so Peach State.
So Ashley, Georgia, and you work for the state? Mm-hmm. Okay. And I think I have it all. So we got Ashley, 30, Gemini, mine are 3 boys. She's in Georgia, works for the states. 2 baby daddies, never married. No sex until her wedding night. What kind of man you looking for?
A God-fearing man, number 1. You gotta love Jesus. A man who respects his mom. I feel like, because if you don't respect your mom, you could never respect me. A man is just like, on the right path, has a straight head on his shoulder, not a liar, deceiver, honest. Okay. I feel like the basics.
The whole to church pipeline never fails.
No, I figured, no worries. You have to do something real quick. Oh, we getting the Kendra cam early. That was one of your kids?
Yeah, my 2-year-old.
Okay, here we go. All right. So what are your deal breakers?
A liar, a cheater.
Is that a broken up heart on her
wrist? I feel like the basics, a deceiver.
A deceiver, okay. Should he look a certain way?
Honestly, like I said, I'm turning 31. It's not really, I have to be somewhat attracted to you, of course, but I'm not really big on like looks. Just like I said, just morals. You have to have morals, good character, integrity. I feel like the basics.
Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
Yeah, I feel like you have to make more than me, because you have to take care of yourself, especially if you have kids. Nowadays, inflation is very high, so 100,000 and up, I feel like, because in this economy, that makes sense.
So the request, could he have kids already?
Of course, yeah.
Okay. So the request is God-fearing man, no sex to your wedding night, and he has to make at least 100K.
I mean, especially you have kids, you have to be able to afford you and your kids. So I feel like 100K is reasonable, very reasonable.
Call the cops. A whooping is about to take place. But you made $100,000 a year. Are you crazy as hell? The degree of delusion is insane. Isn't it so crazy that years after we've started to do this content, you still have the same tried and true, dusty living young ladies asking for the same ridiculous requirements when their lives are anything but sane or normal? These are the women that praised Kevin Samuels when he died, for they make no sense. They hate the truth. And through that, they expect men to play other men's saved games while also making over $100,000 per year and withholding that cucaracha that got them into the position in the first place. They want God-fearing men, but you know damn well she don't fear a damn thing.
What? Gotcha, bitch.
Let's go.
Okay. I want to be as sympathetic as possible. Have you ever thought of the mindset of the 100K guy?
I mean,
no.
Here's the thing, Kendra. Like, I understand like where you're getting at, but I have like my options like right. I don't look like I have 3 kids. Number 1. So when you meet me, you don't automatically. That's not what you see.
You
number 1. Number 2, I'm not ugly. So even with like when I get to meet a person and actually talk to a person, they actually like me. And then honestly, the kicks don't even really matter much for most men. I don't have a problem.
She's got 3 kids' body.
So why are you talking to me?
She's got 3 kid titties.
Honestly, I didn't even think you were gonna pick me, but I just wanted to like meet you. But I mean, I'm open to what
Let me going back down to what we were just discussing. And I don't want you, and this is why I said I want to be sympathetic. You know, I've been doing this for 6 years, right? Of interviewing people. And I always say this, there's things that I know now that I would have never conversate about 6 years ago. So the men you were just discussing, I think you are attractive. Like, so there's going to be men that are going to want to be with you. I agree with you. You're not an ugly woman. I think you're gorgeous. We saw you stand up. You're well put together. But then there's categories, right? So what you want is, you don't want a guy. There's plenty of men that will be like, yeah, I want to have fun with her. She's attractive. You want the guy that's going to court you and take you serious, right?
That's why I'm not having sex, because you're going to eliminate yourself. Because honestly, again, I'm not desperate. That's number one. So I feel like when you're desperate, you'll go for anything. And back in my younger days, insane. I wouldn't say I was desperate as in like I couldn't pull someone. I was looking for love in all the wrong places. And that led me to where, you know, I was led. I wouldn't trade my kids for the world because they was obviously meant to be here. I feel like everything happens for a reason. But now me, like, especially in my 30s, it's just like a whole different mindset. And the person that I want is, number one, going to respect himself and me and God. So that makes like slim picking itself, you know, because a lot of people don't really believe. So
in the year of your abstinence and with the men, how has that been? Are they willing to still date you, knowing that you're not having sex to your wedding night?
I mean, yeah. I have like, I don't want to spill my tea, but a lot, again, I feel like it's the approach, right? When you come in, especially the person I'm looking for, when you respect yourself, it kind of like your energy kind of like draws them in. Yeah, so I really don't have an issue with, because I'm very blunt and honest up front. So I ask my questions. You can ask me anything. I'll let you know like what it is. I'm not going to hide anything, you know? So it's up to you. Like, I don't have a gun to your head. You know, you can take it or leave it, you know, type shit. So yeah, it's just like, again, you know, I'm not.
So I'm trying to figure out, so what ends the relationships then? Since you said the men don't have a problem with your requirement, and they make the money requirement too. So what's been happening in the year? Like, why do they end?
What Kendra's doing is the Socratic method. Kendra knows that she's completely bullshitting and that she's speaking purely from a place of ego, as if to not seem desperate, as if to seem like she still has options, even though she's calling a dating show. Kendra knows that she is lying. So she's asking questions in a way to inevitably catch her in an unequivocal lie. Let's continue on watching.
I wouldn't say necessarily they end. Right now I'm just talking, you know, to people, getting to know people better, instead of just like hopping in hot and ready. Like, I learn from my mistakes. Like, I feel like life is a lesson itself. Like, we're all on journeys. So if you bump your head, it's better to learn than to bump your head over and over again. So it's my approach. So again, I'm honest. I'm not hiding my kids from no one. And they really want me. So it's more of that. Again, like, I don't look like I have
hold on. Okay. It's not about looks, right? Because again, I think anybody watching, and if anybody was to disagree, they're a hater. You're gorgeous. I don't think that's nothing to do with what I'm talking about. And again, I'm not God either, right? But when we put money in it, you know, this is what I've been told from men, right? It comes to math, right? So this guy has to be willing to financially support your children, you know, also be willing to wait until the wedding night to also have sex, which I'm assuming y'all will be on a courting stage for a minute, right? Like, you know, like you probably court for at least a year. And then I don't know, you tell me, you want him to seriously court you. That means he wouldn't be having sex with other women, correct?
Yeah, like if we're exclusive, right. That's the, you know, the definition of exclusive is, you know, there's no other one but me, especially if we're taking each other seriously. Again, I'm not here to force anybody. So if it's your decision, right? So you know everything that comes with me. If you are wanting me, because here's the thing, like I don't go for men who like listen to like God rest his soul, Kevin saying or whatever, you know, Kevin, I don't know his last name. I don't really go because my whole thing is this, like there's somebody for everybody. Like there's to each his own. So it's just like your mindset, if you are very like closed-minded and not open-minded, I wouldn't want to like be with you anyways, because we wouldn't agree on certain things. Like yeah, so I feel like
it's not about being open or closed-minded, ma'am. It's about being correct. Some people inevitably die alone. Some people never get married. Some people are actually never in relationships. They never find their person. You can believe in this idea of there's always something or someone for everyone, but time and time again, that is proven untrue. What is our divorce rate? And we have some of the lowest marriage rates that we've ever had in history. You've said it before that already based off of your requirements, it's rare to find a guy at all. But then you put the money thing on top of it of what you require. It does not take a man to make $100,000 a year to take care of himself. But the reality is that you want him to make that much to make your life easier. Meanwhile, you've made choices, decisions with yourself in the past, which reduce the chances of a guy worth his weight in salt taking you on. You don't like to live in reality, so you want a man who doesn't live in reality. But guess what? R.I.P. to Kevin. He lived in reality. That's why you don't pay attention to dudes that looked at his content, because you want to have made any decision that you wanted within your life and face zero repercussions or consequences.
certain rules apply to certain people.
Okay, this is true. Dating is very individual. I do got to correct one statement you said. Everyone does not get a romantic partner. I think we say that saying, but that's not a fact. And we can all prove that because when we say there's someone for everyone, I believe God is good, but that someone,
it's bullshit.
Only person God has guaranteed you to have is the person in the mirror. You the only person that is guaranteed. Everybody else, children included, at some point in time, either you go, they go. So we recite the saying, there's someone for everyone.
It's not true.
But I think we say that in a romantic manner, and that's just not a fact. God did not promise every single human being a romantic partner. And I know people hate when I say that, but it's needed to be said because we recite things that are just not factual. Like we probably could all name people who have passed on who never got married or never had a romantic partner. So that's just not God's promise. God's promise is we have a journey, and I don't know what everybody's individual journey is. And that's what life is about. And we'll have people that will come along throughout our journey. And some will get married, some will not. Some will have children, some will not. That's the truth. But the saying there's someone for everybody in a romantic saying is just not true.
What I mean by that is like beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I done seen people with no legs get married to people with a person who has legs.
Those are the easiest marriages because they don't have high requirements.
I mean,
Kendra Samuels. Go on ahead, Kendra. I might have got you wrong. All right, it's uploaded not too long ago. Okay, man, has she made a turn? Has she made a turn? Let's keep listening.
but what I'm saying is they're not the pick of the litter, and they have like a provider, everything, and they're handicapped. So it's just like when I say that, I mean it looks is one thing, but also it's your personality, it's your character, it's your morals. You know, are you a headache or are you like a relief? You know, do you cater? You know, that plays a big part of it because looks can put you in the door, but a stank attitude can kick you right back out. Like, who wants to deal with his beauty phase? Like, it's not forever.
Okay. But none of the men before in your history have chosen your attitude, all right? And I'm going to say something controversial. A woman with no legs that can act like that is a better option than a woman with 3 kids, 2 baby fathers with documented, self-proclaimed 304 activities within her past and a damn Hello Kitty tattoo on her chest, all right?
Let me ask this. Are you going, Ashley?
Sorry.
Hello?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Do you have a looks requirement? Should he look a certain way?
No.
Height?
Oh, you don't care how he looks?
I mean, I have to be somewhat attractive after having no.
I want you just to answer this because this will be the question. Okay. And I want to, and again, we're just having a conversation, but I want to get all these questions out because I know when you're reposted, these are things people might say. So again, I think nobody disagrees with your attraction, right? So I'm going to just take it in the money part of it. Like a man that makes $100K and looks pretty good, he's probably going to have a lot of options of women, right? Like it's just the way the game is set up, child. I don't make the rules, but everybody want a $100K man that looks good. So then the question becomes, if this man has a lot of options, why does he solely focus on a woman who may, have 3 children already? And also the requirement is to wait until marriage to have sex when he may have options that don't include those 2 things.
She's not listening, Kendra.
Again, it's not all about the looks. I feel like when you have a connection with somebody, because, this is me talking from experience. This is not like me, projecting. I didn't had a man who had over 200,000.
Okay, let's stop right there. And he was willing.
You had sex with a man that had over $200,000 per year. There's a big difference.
To marry you without and no sex and all that?
Yeah.
So what happened?
Again, it's about character. So once I found out, again, that's what I'm saying. I'm talking for experience, not.
Okay, but no, let's talk about this guy that you just named that had 200K that was willing to marry you and not have sex until your wedding night. Why did you count him out?
Character. Once I feel like I can't trust you, what
was wrong with his character?
Just little small lies, very high temper. Once I feel like you lost my trust, it's kind of like starting from the ground up. Because
how long did you guys date for?
About a year.
And y'all never had sex?
No, I didn't say we never had sex. I met him before I became abstinent, so we had sex.
Okay, girl, he don't count, child. He already had sex with you.
But it was
we talking about no, this is important though, and I'm not trying to give you a hard time, but I'm just trying to have a reality conversation. That guy and you had already been intimate, so he's not the guy we're talking about. We're talking about a man that you've never been intimate with that is going to agree to all of that. So that guy didn't fall into.
That's harder because, like I said, we had sex twice, and then I told him okay, that's it. I'm getting closer to God. I'm becoming abstinent. And he was okay with it. I feel like that's harder than.
How much longer did y'all break up after you said you were abstinent?
This is so insane.
Well, I want to say February of this year.
No, but when did you tell? So when was the last time y'all was intimate, and then when did y'all stop talking?
That was August of last year.
So you haven't been abstinent for over a year.
Exactly.
Because you had sex last August.
Yep.
Well, almost a year, I guess. I met him. Look, I was,
get it, Kendra.
February or August.
Get it, Kendra.
Again, we only had sex twice. So it was February or August of last year. I'm kind of I don't know.
February and August are very far away.
Imagine accusing the man of being a liar, but you can't even tell Kendra the truth. Oh, where's my slap button again? Oh, shame this woman.
They're not even close in months.
Oh, no. Then yeah. It was February, March. It wasn't August. I take that back. Yeah, it was March. Like I said, I met him in February.
Look at her trying to do math on the fly. We was intimate 2 times in March. And then I told him after that, because I was feeling guilty, because I already had this in my mind, prior from me even meeting him. So I just told him, I want to be abstinent. He told me that it was not a big issue because his last relationship, they stopped having sex a long time ago. So, I don't know. But that's what he said it wasn't a problem for him. But that's my point. I feel like that's hard from having sex, then completely stopping and being able to continue that for the respect of me. Again, it's all about respect. I'm looking for someone
who's aligned with me, equally yoked, you know. That's why I don't have necessarily too many requirements.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what happened.
You have a lot of requirements.
Sorry, I got a call.
So a couple things. So the last time y'all was intimate, it wasn't August, it was March, you're saying of last year. Okay.
Yeah.
And you guys dated exclusively all the way into February?
All the way into August, because we moved in with each other. And well, it was February.
You moved
We moved in with each other in August. And that's when,
so in March, you guys, so you moved in with each other in August. When
Where are
did
the
you move
kids?
this year in February.
So you moved in together in August and February. So y'all was sleeping in the same bed every night and y'all was never having sex.
I tried. He had what is it called? Sleep. He snored.
So let me ask the question again, because maybe it's a clear,
Get her,
it's a
Kendra.
clear question.
He wasn't
Get her,
sleeping.
Kendra.
That's what I'm saying. We were sleeping I tried sleeping in the same bed with him,
Dog.
but he snored very loudly, and he also.
If you guys notice, a bold-faced liar like her, they never really answer the question directly. You ask, hey, what color is the sky? And they'll say back to you, the car drove down the street yesterday. That's how they argue. And I don't know if it's because they think that you're stupid or, right, like they just want to just talk fast to get beyond the actual question that you asked. But she's done that 15 times in this damn conversation.
Like stop breathing in the middle of his, and it
Sleep
would wake
apnea?
me up. So
he cracked cheeks in order to go back to sleep?
sorry, I got a call. Once I wake up, I can't go back to sleep. So I had to sleep in another room.
So you moved in August and y'all didn't sleep in the same bed?
We did for like a month. And then after that, you know, I was sleeping in another room. Because like I said, he, not only did he snore loudly, he would stop breathing for like 5 seconds. And then all of a sudden a gasp of air. And once I couldn't, you know, once I wake up, I couldn't go to sleep. So I wasn't getting much sleep. So I had to.
This is a train
So
wreck.
when you moved in August and y'all broke up in February, y'all never had sex during that time?
Right.
Okay. Okay.
A hand on the Bible. I have no reason to lie.
Oh no.
So
She's
and then
swearing on God?
and he was fine. So according to you, he was abstinent during all that time too.
We lived together, so 100%. All he did was work and come home.
So why did y'all eventually? So what was the lie that made y'all depart from each other?
See, here's the thing. Like I'm trying to. I know my issues. I know my flaws, like my vices, and I'm actively working to get better. I can't be with a person who's not doing the same thing because you're pulling me back and you're triggering me. And once I felt like you're pulling me out of character, like for no reason, it's kind of like a toxic. If I take 2 steps forward, I don't need a person to take me 3 steps backwards. So it wasn't like a healthy environment for me, especially me actively doing the work. And especially when we have conversations and we talk about the problem and then it constantly occur again. So, you know, I can only express what I need and, you know, what you're doing and things like that. Like, for example, I take accountability for my actions. I can't be with a person who don't take accountability for their actions. Like, I don't need a man child, you know?
I got that. I guess the question I'm asking is, what was
Something
the ultimate
specific.
demise? Because it seems like...
She called him a liar. Let's hear a lie.
Huh?
That.
Well, what? I don't know what that is. What was the that?
Not being able to take accountability for...
Well, take accountability for what? What happened?
Okay, I mean, because it was a few things.
It's so interesting to me that the majority of these chicks don't understand that they're their greatest folly. They're the reasons that they are currently lowest in the dating totem pole because they don't want to deal with you. They don't want to deal with your baggage, with what it is that you bring in. They'll never take you seriously. And you can't even answer questions. You moved in with this guy. Y'all were living together. You have kids. We don't know if he has kids. Y'all made it to that extent. And when Kendra asked you what happened after you're lying about when you was giving up them very used cheeks over to him, you just beat around different excuses, none of which had anything to do with the original thing that you said that he did, which was lie, which means to me and everyone watching that you're just building the story as you go. How do you claim that you are accountable, but every reason for the breakup somehow lands on him? It's always his attitude, his actions, his energy, his inability to listen to whatever, We're not hearing anything about you, meaning that you're not accountable and meaning that you were your greatest folly.
We would get in an argument and then he would lie about what he said. And then it's just like, I would have to pull text messages up to like prove like this is what you said. Like it was just doing too much.
Okay.
Mind you, at this time I was like
combative.
30, 29, you know.
I thought this was I thought y'all just broke up this February.
Right, but I'm talking about the beginning, last February. Like when we first remember we moved in with each other in August of last year.
Right. And y'all broke up 2 months ago, right? Or when did y'all break up?
I would really say we broke up December. We moved.
Girl, listen, now I was trying to roll with you, but you done told two.
No,
listen, hold on. No, Ashley, hold on, Ashley. You done told so many lies that I kind of let go.
It's not a lie.
Because the truth is easy to tell, and this story changes 5 different times and dates, and I let him go for the grace I was giving you. But hold on, don't overtalk me. Don't overtalk me.
Kevin.
I'm actively trying to listen and give you the benefit of the doubt, but you have changed dates so many times, and I always say this: the truth is easy to tell. You just said y'all broke up this last February. Now you saying December. Like
when I say broke up, I mean like we stopped living with each other in February. The relationship was over in December, but the lease wasn't broken until February. So February is when I got my own place and we stopped living with each other. December was the beginning of the end. So it's not me lying. It's me trying to go back a year ago, you know, because we're halfway over with this year. It's
not a year ago, girl. If this is what happened, this is 5 months ago.
Year is a year ago.
Huh?
February of last year is a year ago. You asked me when we first
when did y'all break up? February of last year?
We got together February of last year.
No, I'm not asking about that. I'm asking, when did y'all break up?
That's what I'm saying. So
when did you move out of the home, for clarity?
February of this year. That's what I'm saying.
So I'm asking about things of 2 months ago. We're in April. So what I'm not asking about when y'all started. We passed that. We were talking about
lies was being told. You asked me when we had sex. So I said August because that's when we moved in together. But we really had sex. I had to remember back in March of last year. That was the first time we had sex. We had sex twice. That was not a lie. That's just me trying to go back.
So y'all did have sex in August?
I mean, no, that's when we moved in together. But I said
you said you had sex twice. What 2 months did you have sex twice?
March.
So you only had sex twice in March.
Right.
Okay. And y'all broke up 2 months. You moved out 2 months ago.
I moved out in February. We broke up we was breaking the lease in December. So that's when we actually officially, we were still living together, but we were not really talking much. It was kind of like tension. So that was December. I moved into my own place February 8th. So yeah, it's just me trying to, differentiate. I don't have no reason to lie at all.
Okay. All right. So let's continue. All right. Ashley, 30, Gemini. Okay. So we did the money. Let's do the Kendra cam. Okay. Look like you're in shape.
I mean,
so we just talked about, so this was your last relationship we just talked about, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then when was the last time, you don't have to answer, but when was the last time you was intimate?
March of last year.
Okay. 3 flaws you have to work on.
I'm actively working on them. But leaving, like I said before, like when I feel like, I'm not being heard, if I have to reiterate like the same thing over and over again, and you're still not applying or trying to work on it, it's time for me to go, because it's like, how many times do I have to tell you this is what I need for you to actually care? So I would say I'm somewhat of a runner. Also my temper, but this is like something like, through the grace of God, I feel like, I'm actually overcoming, but giving more grace. When I was like, I feel like, here's the thing, when we all have like a little girl inside of us that had like a defense mechanism, especially if you got bullied or whatever, you had to defend yourself. So you have to be on defense. That little girl, I built up a defense, but I learned that does not serve me in my adulthood. So I had to change.
No. Let me try to explain what that comes from. This actually comes from little boys being told not to hit women. Hear me out before y'all start to go crazy. It comes from that. As an adult, a woman is more inclined to respond crazy to a man, have a finger in his face, because she knows that the threat of violence, more often than not, has been removed. They don't tell little girls not to put their hands up on boys. They tell little boys not to put their hands up on girls. So they're quick to temper because they're under little to no threat of violence, which is different than, guy friends within each other, right? The disrespect there, it can get to the threat of violence relatively easy. But woman on man is a lot more tolerated because of that dynamic.
Myself, because basically the things that I was doing was hurting me more than saving me. So I had to look deep within myself, rearrange myself. I'm like, okay, Ashley, the things that you did to defend yourself or keep yourself safe, it's not working in your 30s. So me, like I said, not being like too hot-headed, too defensive. I learned how to listen to understand, then listen to respond. What else? Not being nonchalant. Like, I also learned if there's something that bothers me, I'm going to state it in the moment instead of just letting it linger. Because then you build up and you explode.
Okay. And why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I'm a natural nurturer. Like I said, I feel like I'm a good partner, period. Like I had, in a little backstory, I had all my kids in my 20s, right? I was looking for love in all the wrong places. Obviously, that's why I was attracting the men I was attracting. Met my baby daddy when I was very young. I feel like I'm a good nurturer. Like, I take care of you. I can cook, number one. I've been cooking ever since I was 9. I know what my partner would need in a woman. Also, like, a lot of men like to be just felt wanted, just a lot of men like to felt wanted, appreciated. I feel like that's just easy, especially when you reciprocate energy. I 100% make a man look better.
You make a man look better?
100%.
In what ways?
Like my just appearance and period. Like how I present myself, how I carry myself now. My energy, I feel like.
I actually think that I'm done with this content. That's just the last bit of delusion. It makes no sense to continue to go further within this. I'll leave a link to this full thing down in the description box down below in case you guys want to go finish it up. This look better talking point is actually insane. Women typically look at men within their ambition going into the future, whereas men typically look at women in their choices and decisions in the past. A man is not going to look better with a woman that A, looks like an anime graffiti wall, B, already has a family that's already been created, C, has talked about her sexual proclivities online on an open platform, D, pre-made family with 2 baby fathers that he has to deal with and 3 kids, E, and $100,000 requirement of him. This is absolutely absurd and insane. And it's almost as if, these women think that accountability inevitably is just one-sided, that they can be reckless and ignore their choices that they made, and we're going to do the same. We're going to ignore all of the choices that they made within their life, and just, we're just going to end up happily ever after, because according to her, there's always someone out there for you. But this is just complete and utter nonsense. And to be honest, I'm happy that Kendra is still doing the dating show tied to her dating app, because it gives us one of the best examples to look at the state of modern dating as it exists today, in an effort to further demonstrate how crazy that it actually is. I took a brief look at different cars recently just to see what the market is doing, right? And I came across this one vehicle and looked nice. And I'm looking at the price. I'm like, man, why is the cost of this so much lower than what this car's value is actually worth? Scroll down a little bit, look at the Carfax. It's a lemon, okay? Yeah, but that's the thing. The Carfax is there. How many lemmings are walking around in society acting like they are full price? Because of the lemon rating, it moved down the price like 30 to 40%. So then it makes sense. But how many lemmings are walking around without a price adjustment? That's what Kevin was trying to tell y'all and demonstrate to y'all. And in effect, that's what Kendra is doing as well within her different talking points. And also, that's what I do over here as well. It also was good to see that she's just not completely licking the mammary glands of these young ladies from the back who just come up on here and completely lie and be on some bullshit. It appears as though the content is working. Nevertheless, guys, drop me your questions, comments, concerns down up in the comment box down below so we can have a fruitful conversation in regards to the content. Last but not least, viraltovalue.com. Also, big apology if anyone sent me a message on my contact form on that website over the last 3 weeks or so. I did not receive it. And because I did not receive it, that means that I will not be answering your question. It went somewhere into the internet ether, so I can't see it. So if you had questions, please go back up on there and resubmit your questions, and I'll make sure that I get back to you as soon as possible. But nevertheless, we're starting up bi-weekly conversations where you can ask me all of your content questions. So click that link down below if you guys are interested in being a part of the team. All right. But I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Drop me them comments down below. Leave a like on that video. Make sure that you still subscribe. And I will see you very, very soon. Until next time. Peace.
So without further ado, MTR, cut through the BS like we in charge. No cap with the rappers like steel bars. I'm packing and rapping like here we are. Mediocre tutorial reviews. Like, comment, share my views. Come up and I paid my dues. Big step in my black way shoes. MTR, he break it down, yeah, it's MTR. Check out the sound with his MTR. No one put it down like it's MTR.